At the quarter. Grant kicks. There's the dish to Mirotic. Lopez a screen. Shot up. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And that shot is like a layup for Mirotic. That one well within his range.
Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish. And one of the side effects of the Cousins trade was it did open up more playing time for Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, immediately he was able to step in and fill those minutes and became a much larger part of their offense.
And that one falls for Cauley-Stein. Hey, Greg, when Cauley-Stein got those extra minutes after the Cousins deal, you could see a change in his play. Much more aggressive, much more confident.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it just takes a clear path to minutes to change a player. Had been getting better and better before the trade. Having the team believe he could step in was a huge boost in his confidence and his play.
And here's Carter following the three from Nikola Mirotic. Heel dishes to Hill. Randolph passes to Carter. And stolen by Mirotic. And here we go. The Bulls from 12 feet out. And they're going to get the tying basket there. The Kings. Outside Hill. Corner, it's Healed. Cauley-Stein a screen. Jumper off the screen. Hill can't hit. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from three-point first quarter. Feeds it to Valentine. And the jam by Valentine.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Hill kicks to Randolph. Carter outside. Back to Randolph. The 8-footer. Sacramento again missing. For Chicago, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game. Valentine kicks to Grant. And some nice air by Chicago. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez sets a screen for Valentine. And no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Healed kicks to Hill. Now here's Healed. Wade is covering. Rain on Wade. Here's Healed. Again, Healed.
I tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough.
Count that one.
You know, he's never been one to settle. D. Wade will go right at you.
Here's Hill after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Floats one, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Cal Labisi, Cauley-Stein. Temple comes in for Vince Carter. Bogdanovich is checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Fox in for Hill. On defense, the Bulls. They need this. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Throw by Randolph. A true legend at getting the hoop plus the harm.
They call it old school. It is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game ball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. Old man game, and I tell you what, done every night.
Free throw, no good for, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
Here's Labissiere, the Bulls bucket. Wells with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's the great one. Felicio, the pass to Wells. Here's the great one. Pass to Felicio. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. With a month of NBA action in the books, let's now take a moment to look at the Rookie of the Year race. Always exciting to see the new blood making their presence felt. Now you look at the great one. He's a ways down the ladder if the award was given out today, but time in this season for him.
And he has been contributing, just not quite enough to make him one of the early season candidates for Rookie of the Year.
The good part for him, there's still plenty of time left in the season. He could easily move up the list while others move down.
And it's Sacramento bound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Fox. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
And when you factor in totals, that's a complete game. Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot there.
Here's the great one. 14 points from him the last game against the Nuggets in Denver. And again, Chicago, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Got a piece of it. In the corner, it's Levine. Drains in the arc. Levine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Challenge Levine out there. Big lift on his shot, and you must close out quicker on him.
Fox with it. Now defended by Levine. Here's Bogdanovich. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
Here's the great one. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5. And he uses the layup. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Fox has got his first basket.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Here's the great one. 35 seconds left to play first.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. Labissiere in the high post. Tries from 16. It's Bulls. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen.
Here's the great one. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer.
Make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
You know, this is the discipline you need to play with. At this level, number of possessions matters.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Bulls up by 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what were the Bulls?
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
Well, you can erase a lot of defensive mistakes when you have shot blockers lurking in the background.
On the court for the Kings as the second underway. Bogdanovich out there with Fox. Then it's Zach Randolph. And it's Labissiere in at the center, locking down the middle.
Well, last season for the Kings, hunt for a good stretch there early on, but kind of fell out of playoff contention and finally decided to pull the trigger and trade DeMarcus Cousins. A major direction change that this team, I think, wanted to make.
Now, here's Fox. After the miss from the great one. Fox dishes to Labissiere. With he buries the jumper. Labissiere's got his first bucket of the night.
And the speed in which Labissiere gets his shot off, the D is helpless to do anything to prevent that from going in.
Here's the great one. He's got 8. Low block shot on the way. Here's Markkanen, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
The Kings making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Bulls shooting their first free throw of the evening. And you love to watch the players attack the rack. Everybody, who do you think are some of the best slashers right now in the NBA?
I think DeMar DeRozan, he does a great job of playing without the basketball. You say LeBron James, he has it in his hands, but when Kyrie has it, you see he slashed Antetokounmpo, Andrew Wiggins. Those are some of the guys that are the best in the business without the basketball.
Fun to watch him, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Sacramento making their last shot. Over in the corner, Portis. Now the pass to the great one. Just 5 to shoot.
Think back when Fred Hoiberg was a player in the NBA, great shooter who had a strong knowledge of the game. Not too surprised he ended up as a coach.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And guys, you look back to their loss last time out. A lot of free throws that cost them.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Denzel Valentine comes in for Well, and it's Grant in for Levine. And then for Sacramento, Vince Carter, he's checked in for Temple. Hield comes in for Bogdan. And it's Hill in for Fox. And Smitty, you and Hoiberg played against one another during your careers and even guarded each other, I think, from time to time. What was it like going up against a player like him?
You know, Kevin, he must have been real young because I'm so old. I don't even remember that. But I do know and remember Fred Hoiberg watching him coach. He is a fast decision maker, ace as a player, and you see some of his strengths as a player and how he designs his offense right now.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here's the great one. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Hill kicks to Hield. Labissiere up top. Sacramento moving it around. The feed to Hield. The three. Pulls it in. Chicago leading by 4. The great one passes to Markkanen. Here's the great one. They set the... He kicks it to Markkanen. He got it off the pick and took it right in. Markkanen's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Markkanen can improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height, the D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Cauley Stein, a screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
And you think back to just a few years ago when the Bulls were winning the East. That team, core of Rose, Noah, and Dang, had some tough luck not to make it to the finals with that group.
That's good from Vince Carter. And with those Rose-led Bulls teams from a few seasons back, it all went south so fast, but those teams were very tough to beat.
It just shows you how much can change in the NBA in a short span. Bulls are working hard to try to get back to that level. It has a road.
Chicago making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Vince Carter hits them both.
Yeah, Carter just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
They set the pick. Markkanen kicks to Wade. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 4th rebound in this one. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Hield. Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Valentine kicks to Wade. Pass to Valentine. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Valentine's got 7.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Hield from outside. Again, Hield missing.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes. A hard time executing. It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
The Kings trail by 6. And here is Hill. He's got 7. This year, dishes to Hill. Lets the 3 fly. Labissiere for Chicago. They've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Grant against Hill. His first shot coming late, and that one comes up a bit short.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And it's Carter. Sacramento again missing. The Bulls leading by 6. Now here's Markkanen. He has 7. Lopez a screen on Hill. Clock at 6. Grant against Hill. And the Bulls get it back. Low for luck. The Kings trail by 6. Cauley-Stein a screen. Hill kicks to Cauley-Stein. In the corner, it's Healed. Puts it up from 12. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Crafty move. Recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
The shot by Valentine, no good.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Healed kicks to Labissiere. Labissiere, the screen, off the pick. Hangs in the air. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
When the Kings struggled last season, Greg, they did so because they just couldn't get stopped in the defensive end.
And defense, something that this team will struggle with at times. A lot of it is they don't protect the rim or close out, particularly on that three-point shot. And so much of defense just boils down to challenging shooters whenever you can. It's about giving more effort on that side of the ball.
And it seems these players are getting more and more athletic, Steve. So much of that is modern conditioning, core strength, off-season workouts, things that probably didn't happen when you were playing, but just because of science have developed now. What did you do that helped you out the most, and maybe some things you wish you had done?
Well, you look at my body, Kevin. Yes, it didn't help me. I was this skinny rail guy. We had a bench press, and we squatted. But guys right now are having more talking about core strength, yoga, Pilates. I mean, they're doing so much that is totally different. I wish I would have been a guy who spent more time on his body versus my game, because it means a lot to be able to have that core strength. But I didn't think beach muscles, you really needed it to play the game of basketball. Guys right now, it's their entire body, and it's also their entire way they recover from the games of basketball. And I think that's what I wish I'd have worked on better.
That word you just said, recover. The recovery process, I think, is even more scientifically advanced now than it was when you played, correct?
Yes. Kevin, example for me, I just iced my knees. Guys now have hyperbaric chambers that they use, and a lot of guys have them in their homes.
They get it again. Felicio just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Bulls making a switch here. Wells is checked in. Chicago's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Portis kicks to Wells. And Mirotic has it in the corner. The 3 gets her to fall. Mirotic has got 8 points.
And especially for a big man, the spot-up attempt is much easier. Mirotic with plenty of time to set his feet and knock it down.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Stolen by Levine. Wells in the corner. Mirotic the screen. 1 second left. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Bulls lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Dave, a lot of offense in the first half. But what does the team need to do defensively?
The rim is what we have to protect, which means that they got to keep the ball out of the paint as much as possible.
Thanks for your time, Dave. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Everyone, the second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Without question, the great one displaying his skills today.
I'll tell you, the scoring he gave them in the first half made the difference.
Credit his teammates recognizing the hot hand.
Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Grant is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Valentine in at the 3. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Grant, 4 on the clock, makes a big high bounce and goes in. Grant's got the first basket of the second. That one for Chicago. Hill kicks to shoots over Mirotić. Randolph can't hit.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Hill against Grant. Shot, high post. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
All right, he's got to quit while he's ahead. He got away with it there, but the crossover usually gets him into a bit of trouble.
Hield kicks to Cauley-Stein. On the wing, Hield. Wade is covering. Hield can't hit.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
Hey, Steve, when Mirotić came over to the NBA, he had an immediate impact and showed a lot of promise to grow. Unfortunately, he has been stagnant since his strong rookie season. Any idea why?
Mirotić is just a bit of what you see, what you get kind of player. Not terribly consistent, game to game. The shot can stretch the floor, but doesn't give you much else.
The Bulls leading by 9. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Grant against Hill. Here's Mirotić. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
How about the passing? They are moving any thought without any individual agendas.
Randolph sets a screen for Hill. Can they get it? And it's blocked by Mirotić.
Really, a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they are 0 for 3.
Now, Smitty, be honest. When you're watching these games on TV or in person, how much do you miss playing the game?
I do, Kevin. I've always had that in my bones. But I think as of now, the last 2 or 3 years, as a guy that can shoot the ball a little bit, I wonder and dream and pray if I could have got a chance to shoot 15, 18 threes. So I love it, but I know my time is over, but I would love to shoot that many threes.
No good on that one.
Well, this Bulls team, the definition of mediocre last season, finished a 41-41 record. They decided it was time to trade away Jimmy Butler and go young.
Good on the second free throw. And for the Bulls, some felt they didn't get enough back in return for Jimmy Butler from Minnesota. Smitty, what's your take on that?
Well, the Bulls got younger. They got some shooting, which they really needed. Ask me in a few years after we see how these young fellas develop.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Now, here's Grant. 5 points in the game. Wade outside. Overhealed. Wade, good. Wade's got 6 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Hill kicks to Randolph. Shoots over Mirotic. Randolph can't get that one to fall.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Wade, good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now Hill, 7 points in the game. Carter kicks to Randolph. It doesn't go for him. And it's Chicago the other way.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
And another shot, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Mirotic against Randolph. Shoots over Mirotic. Randolph's shot is good. He has 6.
When Randolph gets space near the basket, he's deadly.
Wade kicks to Grant. Screen by Grant. Dishes it to Valentine. Pass to Mirotic. And the Bulls, another 3.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Hield. Cauley-Stein a screen. Randolph against Mirotic. Up again. It's good on the putback. That's now 8 points for Willie Cauley-Stein.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Valentine. 7 points in the game. Mirotic against Randolph. Mirotic passes to Lopez. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
And a screen. On the wing, Hield. Wade is covering. Now here's Hield. He's covered closely. Over Wade. Hield can't hit.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
You know, he's had a handful of seasons in the top 10 in assists. Wade is a passer.
There's the pick. Picked by Randolph. Kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Lopez. Markkanen comes in for Valentine. Wells, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Jaren Grant. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Labissiere's checked in for Randolph. Temple comes in for Vince Carter. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Hield. And it's Fox in for Hill. And Labissiere gets it to go.
His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
Now here is Mirotic. Guarded closely. Wells wide open. And the Bulls another 3.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Temple dishes to Labissiere. Fox with the screen for Labissiere. Labissiere, the screen. Here's Temple. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Unloads. Wells grabs the miss.
You almost to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
He dishes it to LaVine for the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's LaVine after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. Now the dish to Markkanen. Fox against Levine. Wells in the corner. Offensive rebound. Felicio laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 20.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Feeds it to Fox. Labissiere, the screen. Fox kicks to Labissiere. The three. Bogdanovich, no luck. Chicago leading by 20. There's 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Levine wide open. It's good from long range. Levine's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein. Outside, Bogdanovich. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his third rebound tonight. Bean passes to Markkanen. Levine with it. And here are the Kings now. On the court for Sac. Garrett Temple is out there with Zach Randolph. And it's Fox. Then it's Labissiere. And it's Bogdanovich in at the shooting guard. Here's Temple. He feeds it to Fox. Back to Temple. Goes up to the stripe. It's all in. Bulls. Portis has got his third rebound tonight. Wells passes to the great one. You know, Smitty, as the game grows internationally, we've seen a conflict between the academies, for instance, in Europe and Australia and the youth basketball organizations in this country. Do you think we're doing it the right way? Should there be change, more policing of just how things are run at a very young level?
I think more policing, Kevin. I think also coaches being better equipped to be able to be around young kids. I think also how many games these kids are playing. I think obviously you want them to have games, but when they're playing 5, 6, 7 games in a weekend, I just think that's too much.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Sacramento able to drain the three. Wells kicks to Levine. Passes to the great one. Here's Felicio. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And you look at this Kings roster, and Greg, you can see the youth movement is in full effect.
Yeah, headlines, the group comes over in that Cousins trade. Scary and Stein, also a big part of this team's future. And then getting Fox as a rookie to kind of run the ship, another great building block.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Chicago. Chris Dunn comes in for Zach LaVine. Now, here's Fox. Sit down low.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
The pass to the great one. Here's Felicio. Kufis with the block. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Pass to Giles. Rebound. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's the great one. The assist that time from Holiday. 14 points for the great one.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Fox kicks to Temple. Fox dishes to Temple. The feed to Fox. There's a good screen. Inside, Jackson passes to Temple. He kicks it to Kufis. Swiped away. Here's the great one. Well, in the last half-decade or so, the NBA realized the true value of the corner 3, and now offenses all over the league are designed to take advantage of it. Part of that is because it's just closer to the rim than any other three-pointer.
Yeah, you're right, and you should. I mean, when you have a three-point arc, yes, the corner threes are going to be shorter, and it's harder from a guy to shoot it. But when you have a guy that can shoot it straight on, you can see the dynamic defensively. It's hard to cover. But I don't think the NBA should widen the court because the value of the corner three, that's a part of the game.
Should the lane be widened? Should we talk about the court and making all the threes the same length? What about the lane?
Well, I think you can widen the lane if you change the defensive rules, because right now you're allowed to play zone. If you went back to man-to-man, yes, I think you should widen it. But teams are allowed to play zone. I think the value of keeping it the same helps the defense a little bit more.
And that was... Greg, you ask a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at one speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky.
Now here is Carter after the miss from the great one. Carter kicks to Fox. Six on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Takes it from 10. Here's Poppins. It's blocked. An even 3-on-3 break. And here is Fox. Fabianis kicks to Hield. Well, you always hear about a player working extra hard in the offseason when they're approaching free agency, or how much truth is there to the idea of player doing more a year? The Bulls leading by 21. Levine kicks to Wells. To the paint. Here's the great one. And the Bulls, another miss.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
Not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Chicago.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined, focused.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Nikola Mirotic.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it. You know, Zach's school game is aging gracefully, maybe because it's based on strength and skill. He's never been the most athletic.
Donnie's checked in for Levine. Kufis checked in for Sacramento. Carter comes in for George Hill. The great one passes to Felicio. And that one, good. And the Bulls lead by 20.
And this is the kind of deficit it would take a miracle to overcome.
I think this hometown crowd agrees with you. They are fired up about it.
And Carter has it in the corner. Three-pointer.
And you got to like that they are competing all the way through. Try and maybe build some momentum going into the next one.
Because the execution was not there tonight. That's something they can use this time to work on.
Pass to the great one. Now, here's Dunn. Now, Markkanen. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Congrats on the win. Now, you got it going offensively. How did you create looks for yourself against the defense?
You know, DA, creating is easy for me. You know, on any given play, I see about 2 or 3 ways to rip a defense apart. And, you know, the hardest part, actually, it's not really that hard. Everything's pretty easy for me. But, you know, the challenging part is picking which way to go about it. Because, you know, I usually pick the shot that is most likely to end up on my highlight reel.
Do you have everybody over at the house to watch these highlight reels, or do you just watch by yourself? I'm curious. Guys?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Hey, boo-boo,
What's up?
what'd you think of that?
Think of what?
Come on, man.
Oh, I got a job to do, man. You can't expect me to watch every game. I'm just playing with you, man. Of course I watched it.
Hey.
DJ Big Time. That's who you are. DJ Big Time.
man.
Man, you out there killing it.
Please, Mr. S was my father's name. Call me Spinelli.
Spinelli, but you're British.
That's right.
Okay.
my swag, yeah. I just peeped, I got these haters mad. Me on my mind, I'm trying to get a drop 300 on the whip, yeah. I just spent the dub on my, yeah. I just spent like 80 on the chain, yeah. Blow it like pain, When you see me, I be dripping Fendi. All these hundreds in my pocket, I'm getting plenty. Riding with Bentley, I ain't a but don't push me, don't me, Every day and never, yeah. I just signed a deal with Kicks, loyalty and mustn't definitely. I won't tell, I put that shit on my mama, yeah. Dance on the mind, yeah. Walked out the store with that mind clear, yeah.
Joel Embiid process. What's up, baby?
First of all, it's the process.
Yeah, all right, the process. I'm a huge fan, man.
What's your name?
DJ.
CJ?
Nah, man, it's DJ, man. I know, you know who I am, bro.
What's that type of attitude?
What you talking about? There's no attitude, baby. We both in the league, man. I look up to you, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah.
But you gotta earn that respect.
Oh, man, well, you must have not seen my last game, because I earned it, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Where was it, in college?
Nah, I'm talking about on the court.
Summer league?
When I played last week.
Oh.
Look, anyway, you can see it on my Instagram. It's official DJ. Check it out.
I don't follow little kids.
You got jokes, big man. All right. I'm going to catch you on the court.